a dilemma that Gareth Southgate lives with every day. Is it a dilemma? I don't know. It's an issue.
Good dilemma. You want to be Scottish? That's a dilemma.
Yeah, certainly. Any of these qualify?
Yeah. Well, for their benefit, I hope they don't.
You can help Gareth out here. Just give us your top 5 on the future of England's midfield with the Euros around the corner.
Well, he's given youth a chance. He's not been frightened to do it. It's a big tournament for them. Expectations are seriously high after the World Cup. A plethora of attacking talent, some issues in the defence, which is why I think he, whether people like him or not, I think it's going to be a big part of it if he bothers to come across here.
There you go.
There you go, Declan. They really need a holding midfielder, him and Henderson or whatever, to work and protect a back four that is the Achilles heel, potentially, particularly in the middle. So I think he will be a big part of what Gareth Southgate does. The sort of wild card for me, I'm looking at this, is this guy. I think he's a big future of what England could be about, particularly with his age, but the game time's a worry. I'm not saying this is the players he's going to take. I don't know. But he's a super talent, but we have to balance now his minutes on the field, and he got a little bit yesterday against United. But we know he's a super talent, and Southgate will be looking at it and probably even speaking to Guardiola and saying, "What's the situation? Is there a loan? Is he going to get more game time?" And blah blah blah. So I would put him in there. The other guy that go on. Then.
I was just going to ask you, this stage of his career with game time an issue, how big an issue is it for him in his development? Does he change? Does his ceiling go even higher if he's playing every week?
I don't think it's an absolute drama to be rushing out and going, "Hey, I'm not playing. The world's a disaster." It's not ideal, but it's a long career. I mean, it's a really long career if you're injury free, and so I think the patience for him is the key. The other one I think is bothering for me is Dele Alli, because hit him. Mourinho might be what hit him. I mean, he's done all right for him actually. Nobody else has done all right for him the last couple of games. We know he'll get goals from midfield when he's on his game. We know he's a sort of Marmite character. You love him or you hate him. But I think when Southgate picks a team, he'll be one of the, barring a horrendous second half of the season, he'll be there or thereabouts because he can do something, get you a goal from midfield out of nothing, without taking part in the game a great deal. I want to talk about, I think Winks is at a bit of a crossroads under the new manager who might go and buy players. You know, Lewis Cook's a good player. Loftus-Cheek's had his injuries. James Ward-Prowse is a good player, but he spent time at Southampton, he wasn't in the team. And Jack Grealish is probably as talented as any of them. But I think he's, when you look at Maddison doing it at the top of the Premier, when you look at Mason Mount coming in under the glare of Stamford Bridge and the players around him, and you look at even him coming in for fits and starts in the glare of Man City, and then you take Grealish out of that really small pond and you put him in the big pond with the big fish, the question's still out there. Not that he's not talented, but what are we going to get from him? So from that perspective, I'm going to just go with Mason Mount. And somebody's disappeared, it's Dele Alli.
Dele Alli. Don't go missing, Dele.
And but I think he's shown enough, and I think Frank Lampard will probably has seen enough. And you know who I'm picking for the last. Yeah. I'm not saying he's the best player out of them all. Right. But he's probably one of the most that's in the headlines at the moment. Don't forget this guy was playing in Scottish football not too long ago. They say, players, Virgil van Dijk, they can't play Scottish football. They come down here, it's too... He was playing at Aberdeen. Van Dijk was playing at Celtic. Van Dijk's a Rolls Royce, and he's been excellent for them. So there are some little nuggets out there. I don't think he'll leave for Man United before the Euros. I think he'll be at Leicester. The manager signed a new contract. The team's probably going to finish in the top 4. He can add to his goals. He's going to play, and that means he'll get on the plane and potentially play for England in the Euros. Why would you risk that going somewhere else? So I see these 4. I'm a bit iffy about him, I have to say, Phil Foden. But I see these 4. I could maybe switch him with Jack Grealish. I think there's a potential for that. But I see these guys as being pivotal, and that's not even a word, pivotal to what Gareth Southgate might do. I blame my flu-like symptoms.
It's pivotable. Absolutely pivotable.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.